controls in here still. Do not. Just set it quick. So no tap, 2 jump inputs, need 1 taunt input, a special input, and an attack input. 2 shield inputs. Not really super necessary. This actually none actually. Okay. So yeah, general control scheme. I like tap jump off just for general knowing how to do analog inputs and all of that. I like having 2 attack inputs so I can alternate the inputs and still get like a frame perfect attack input. Same with special, same with jump. Taunt isn't as needed, but you still have the 2 inputs with that as well, so that helps out. And D-pad up is set to none because in debug mode you can do X plus up on D-pad to do start inputs, which is helpful. Yeah, so I am going to be going over how I go about labbing Punish game in Project M. It's something that I think is really useful to a lot of people, and something that has come up in conversation a lot where people aren't really sure how to go about it, and I feel like I have a decent amount of expertise to at least talk about it. So Snake is who I'm most familiar with, so I'm going to be using him for the brunt of this video, but I think the concepts will still be transferable elsewhere. And let me quickly actually grab my combo weights sheet just to give to chat, as well as to put in the description of the YouTube video afterwards. So it'll be here, I think it's pinned. Scroll down a bit. Right there. This might be a little outdated, but basically it's just good general information to have, and once you lab a good bit, you kind of have a good sense for it in general. So the thing I look at most often is gravity as well as weight. Those things are normally what matter the most, and it helps to have a good general framework of what your character can do, when and why, and how things work with those values specifically. Like Snake has a lot of weight independent throws, so really the weight doesn't matter, because it's also important to know that weight doesn't factor in, or throws don't factor in weight during knockback calculations. It all assumes 100 weight for everybody. The only place it matters for throws is if it's weight dependent. So in those such cases, you can just look at gravity and fall speed. Whereas in other situations, you would need to look at gravity, fall speed, and weight. But yeah, I'll look at Sheik. Sheik is like a mid-fall, mid-weight kind of character, 90 weight and I think 2.12 fall speed, something like that. And her gravity is decently high. She's just on the cusp of being a semi-fast faller, actually. Yeah, 1.2 gravity, 2.13 fall speed. So yeah, this is a character a lot of Snake mains have trouble with too, so it's going to be helpful to look at. So, first thing to do is go in training mode, set it to control so that you're able to do all the inputs that you need. And you're going to want to turn debug on, hitboxes on as well. So the first thing I do is I figure out some kind of goal that I would have in mind. So say I want to figure out how to get a fat punish on Sheik at 0. So the first thing to think about is what can she do against all of my moves. Like, most of your normals are going to be crouch cancelable, it's not going to give you much. So you're going to be looking at F tilt or grab. And for this I'll look at grab, just because it's very simple, very straightforward to do. So have Sheik and a grab at 0. Up throw is almost always Snake's best option. So if we're doing anything else, I'm just going to figure out how many frames I have at 0 to act. I'm doing this by using the frame advance, pressing start, holding shield so I know my first available frame, and then advancing frame-wise with Z. So there's first frame I'm actionable. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right here where the overlay fades a little bit, that's Sheik's last hit stun frame. So I think that was 11, did I count right? We'll do it again, just to be sure. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So the other thing I'd like to keep in mind is that true combos will give you the most leeway with your frame inputs. So that's normally my goal, is to find true combos rather than like fake combos that still kind of work. Like Sheik's fastest aerial option is frame 3 with her nair, and technically if you can do something to Sheik before that frame 3 nair comes out, then it still works, but you also would have to be frame perfect in that situation, where if you're a frame late you get hit by the nair anyway, so it's better to have that 3-4 frame buffer of a true combo. So as we see again, have 11 frames to act against Sheik, so first thing I notice is that's enough time to grab it. 4, 5, 6, 7, and grab works. So I chain grab Sheik at 0. But if she dies away, or behind me, can I still regrab her easily? Yeah. If she dies away, in front of me, oh, that's even easier. Beautiful. So that also means that I can up tilt, down tilt, and technically dare. But let's continue this, because grab seems to be the best of those options. So if I get a grab, can I regrab again at 10? The thing to notice as well is how the different arcs interact with Snake's throw. So like, because this throw is a 90-degree throw, she's going to be the highest when she doesn't do any DI, and she's going to be the lowest when she does DI full away and full behind. So depending on how her hit stun ends, so like here I can still regrab for sure. And then it helps to just do it in frame advance. So right here, it's like right on the cusp of being possible. Like you can just tell by looking, so that's the very edge of your ability to chain grab Sheik, is like once she's at 20% before the throw. So we'll see. She nairs out, she gets grabbed. It's like that's that situation where it's like just within possibility, and that's a place where I'd probably start looking for something else to do instead. So if we keep her at 20 again and I do up throw, she has the no DI. We can count frames from here, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Got 18 frames to do something. That is enough to short hop up air. So that's 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just by looking, it kind of seems like I can get the middle or the lowest hitbox, which is a really good combo hitbox on Snake. So we look at that again. And here I'm alternating X and Y inputs so I can get that frame perfect jump, just to know. Oop, that got me up smash. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. That did 13, so that was the lowest hitbox. Nope, that was the middle hitbox actually, because it's 14, 13, 12% damage. So I can delay it a little bit and probably get the 12. But 13 is still a good hitbox. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, like in that situation, that's a good 57% punish on Sheik. Just grab at 0, regrab, regrab, up throw, up air, back air. 57%, that's pretty nice. And it gives you position. It puts her off stage. Solid. But something that I notice is that Snake's big goal as well is to get a C4 stick on his opponent. And with this up throw at 0, Sheik has, what? There's 1, 2, 3 frames to act before she lands. So that window tells me that if I were to do, how special is this? If I do a C4 stick, it gets Sheik stuck. And if she attacks here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Oh. 5, 6, 7. I can grab her if she techs in place. Okay, that's pretty nice. Yeah, reset the damage. Nice. What if she techs away? Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See? 13, 14, 15. I'd say right around here. I could start to react to that. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Does my Dacus reach? Looks like it. So in such a situation as this, I get the C4 stick and 28%, which I think is a lot better than that 47%? Something along those lines. This seems a lot better. And I still get the positional advantage as well. If she DIs badly on this, I get to follow up with an up air as well. And that suddenly puts me at about the same percentage with a C4 stick on as well. So there's little optimizations you can do with looking at your punish options and just knowing what you're able to do. Well, let's get rid of the C4 stick actually. So let's say she tries to aerial out instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say there's a rising aerial. So double jump, nair. My first instinct would be hold down, because I'm already holding down from the C4 stick. And look at that. I ASDI down and land immediately, and I've got plenty of time to punish Sheik. And she's above me with no double jump. Oh, I got short hop somehow. Yeah, full hop up air would definitely hit there though. So we'll get rid of that again. What else could she do? She could just falling aerial on me, right? Eight. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I input that incorrectly and got down tilt, but as you can see, I could also probably grab Sheik's falling nair like that. Oh wait, C4 stick is on, get it off. So she nairs, and hold down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab. Hold shield on Sheik as well. So she technically could buffer spot dodge here, and that'd be problematic. But in such a case, you could probably dare instead with Snake and cover both options. Well, I guess she could still shield. So it'd be a matter of taste, I would think. And you could also try this on your opponent, see what they do, and then adjust. So another option that I would be aware of is up throw, regrab, up throw, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up throw C4, or up throw Cypher C4 stick for like a super niche option that would still connect at most, or it would still get you the stick and the punish and the positioning that you would want. in. You can catch landings with that, or up tilt, or what have you. So what I want to do after that is make sure that she can't actually deal with it. There we go. With some kind of a DI. If she dies away, can I still do it? I think I would have to dash to do it, which is a lot of inputs. Or yeah. Definitely have to dash to do it. So that's kind of off the cards unless you notice they're DIing or they're doing no DI a lot, which you can condition from doing your chain grabs. Like they'll notice that they want to get high up. So let's do something that isn't weight independent now. So down tilt fair, I guess. It's not a real true combo, but should work around 70. So again, let's just make sure you got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we've got 21 frames, so that's basically frame perfect to get your fair. Oop, not what I need. So we'll do that. Get the fair. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, fair is frame 20, that's right. So yeah, you'd need more percent to make that work. See, and there's a situation where you can tell, like, okay, this just doesn't work. I'd have to do something else in that situation. Or I'd need more percent to make it work. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full hop fair to catch this. And yeah, there's true combo with tip or hit, so it's a spike. So on no DI, Sheik at 90% will get down tilt fair. And you can compare it to somebody else that's kind of in a similar combo weight, but not exactly the same. Like, who's a good one? Toon Link. So Toon Link would be... You can load and unload characters by doing B and D-pad left or right. Some knowledge. So here, I'll actually demonstrate, because Toon Link is a little bit lighter than Sheik, he'll take more knockback from moves in general. So it might be able to work at 80 instead of 90 on Toon Link. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Yeah. So if I double back to Sheik now, do the same down tilt, same percent. 2, 3, 4, 5. See, she's so that's one of the fake combos, like pseudo combos that you would have, where you have to be frame perfect to make it happen, or close to frame perfect at least. But you see the contrast with the little difference that the weight makes. And like Toon Link has a super similar combo weight to Sheik. They both fall at 2.3, and their gravities are 1.1 for Toon Link and 1.2 for Sheik. So like Sheik falls a little faster, but Toon Link is so much lighter that you combo them a little bit easier with like hitbox to hitbox combos. And the last thing I think I'll talk about is like what kind of combos I tend to favor. And it all comes down to counterplay that the opponent has, as well as how accessible that counterplay is. So like with throws, you can't SDI the throws, so you as the player only have to account for their DI. That makes throws very strong and very consistent punishes. So even if you're having like an off day, you can probably still get your throw combos pretty consistently, so long as you're being lenient with what you're expecting yourself to do. Like if you're expecting to hit like frame perfect chain throws or chain grabs, that's a little bit much. But if you're just expecting to do this kind of a thing, you know. But with hitbox to hitbox combos like down tilt to fair, you not only have to account for DI, but you have to account for their SDI as well. So like, we'll do something a little bit more consistent than down tilt fair, just because DI can mess it up really easily. So I need a light character, so like Zelda. So a nice combo, nice like bread and butter setup on floaties is F tilt, up tilt. Like that first hit F tilt to up tilt will just link into itself pretty much always, but DI starts to mess with it a little bit. In a way you can input DI. So that's frame 3 of F tilt, it hits on frame 4. You'll input the DI that you want on frame 4 to avoid SDI during the hit lag. So like here, I would only have the DI out, or DI away for Zelda, plus the auto SDI from just holding the direction. So, yep, she is moving now. Okay. 3, 4, 5. See, now it misses, just because of that little DI change. It's even more dramatic if 4, she then gets an SDI input away. So there's the SDI input. See, with the DI at least, I would say that I can still probably jump cancel grab it. Yeah. Yeah, F tilt to sticky does work, mental. It depends on the character though. If you're in Snake Discord, you can check the lab channel and then check my spreadsheet. I think I have all the F tilt stuff available there. On like super floaty characters, you can get F tilt to stick to work. Yeah. Sticky is a frame 8 move, so long as they're airborne for 8 frames, it works. Because F tilt deals, I think, plus 10 on hit, something like that. So yeah, anyway. Zelda gets hit by F tilt, and with just DI I can still jump cancel grab. With SDI, I wonder if I can still do that. So that's just one SDI to put away. So 7. See, and there again, just one SDI input and Zelda gets out. So the way I would assess that is F tilt is a frame 4 move, and it chiefly works as a mix-up from like down tilt to, instead of doing like down tilt or down air strings, you do down air F tilt to get a grab or up tilt or stick conversion instead, and to mix up their options a little bit. I would probably not anticipate that they would SDI it that well, but it also depends a little bit on what I'm experiencing in the match itself. That's the other thing you really need to be conscious of all the time, is like, how does this apply to real events and real matches? It's just a way to build your repertoire so that you can properly address whatever your opponent is doing to deal with whatever you're doing. So it's counterplaying their counterplay. Like in situations like where I'm trying to get dare strings going, if they're not SDIing, I'm just going to keep daring them. Like, that's free. But if they're SDIing the dares really well, I might do some mix-ups, like dare to C4 stick to catch roll away. And then if they roll away and I react to it, I can usually DAC it some time. I think if you watch my set versus Metroid at Neo Tussle City, I get him without a good bit. Like, I'll do some kind of a pressure string on him, like a light hit pressure string, like a Nair or Dare string, and then immediately stick him. He'll roll away, I'll Dacus after him and get him, like, very consistently. It's a really nice little setup, little mix-up that just punishes them for doing a good option, which is a good way of making them also a little bit off guard, off tilt. But yeah. Is there anything else anybody had for me? Open it up a little bit. I feel like I might be missing something, but I don't know. Let me go over it again. I'll cover my control scheme again, just in case anybody missed that the first time. I have tap jump off. Grab this controller. Tap jump off. L is set to attack. X and Y are left normal. A and B are left normal. R is left normal, so I still have a shield input. And D-pad left and right are still taunt, but D-pad down is special, and D-pad up does nothing. You want 2 attack inputs so that you can alternate attack inputs for each frame, because if you just press the button again and again on the frame, it won't register, it will just register as you're holding it. Same for special. Then D-pad up, I like to leave off just so I can easily access the D-pad up plus X input to get start inputs. So I don't have to like undo frame advance and then redo it all the time just to get to the menu to reset percents. See, this is a lot more arduous than just going. Suck at doing stepping on the beach, so dare to dare. Any tips to get it more consistently? I'm gonna get my normal controls up just so I can do it normally instead of having to L cancel with a button I'm not used to. But what I normally do with the dare to dare is right when that third hit connects, I'm going. And to get used to just having those other options also in your repertoire. Like, very often you want to understand especially what counterplay your opponent is going for. Like, if you see that they're SDIing toward the ledge a lot, I would probably go for like an F-tilt combo just to put them further off stage and also mess with their DI a bit. Like, that combo is decently fast and it can catch DI sometimes. Or if they're really not ready for it, you can get that sort of thing. Like, you've noticed that they've been buffering roll away, they're probably holding shield and tapping this C-stick in a direction. So in that sort of a situation as well, you could go for like an F-tilt, and you can go for like an immediate F-tilt because that shield input that they did will lock them out of the tech, possibly. Or they won't be thinking to repress the button. The other thing you could do is, like I said before, go for C4 stick instead. You could go for up tilt. You could hit them with a grab instead. Like, if they're in the position where they're trying to SDI toward the ledge and you get a grab on them and you down throw them like this, that's 14 free percent plus tech chase. Always end up dropping the fastball and put a mine down, to be honest. Yeah, that's something, if you watch my matches, you see me do that a lot too. I'm not quite sure why that input occurs, but it is something that comes up with me as well. And I think the remedy, honestly, is either to grind it out more or do additional options, do mix-up options, so that it doesn't really matter if you're not super consistent at it. It's not really something you need to do for that long anyway. Like, if I have a Sheik at like 50% and I'm down airing her, I can probably get away with just doing a C4 stick and having her roll away or whatever, catching whatever option. So let me just see that. Say she rolls away like this. Out again. Oh, that gets shield up. So Sheikah might not work on quite as well, but other characters you can definitely catch their rolls pretty easily. But, not seeing much else, so do a quick recap. Set controls up so that you can alternate attack and special inputs as well as jump inputs, just so you can have that frame perfect advance. Use frame advance, use the whole debug menu. It's all really helpful. I'll put the input graphic in the description of the video as well, just so people can have that at hand. Look for true combos. True combos normally are a good way of just preserving that little bit of margin for error, because going for like pseudo combos where they can't do anything about it but they still get hit is a little bit dicey, because it requires you as the player, as the Punisher, to be frame perfect. And usually it's a lot easier for the opponent to do whatever they need to do rather than you to do something frame perfect. Because a lot of your inputs are like multi-input, multi-stage kind of things. Like frame perfect full hop fair is going to be a little bit more difficult than Sheik just spamming jump or spamming air or whatever. And I normally favor throw combos, either throw to throw or throw to hitbox combos. But I'm also aware of what my opponent is doing and trying to find options that trip them up. And I think all of that was demonstrated pretty well with the way I talked about dare, the way I go about dare. Just like doing mix-ups like F tilt or up tilt or grab or C4 stick even to catch their defensive option rather than offensive options, because a lot of the time people aren't doing offensive options in that scenario. And of course, you want to have goals in mind when you're labbing something. You don't want to just go and explore all the crazy things that you could be doing, because there's a pretty ridiculous amount of things you can do with any character. Like Snake alone has probably a dozen options at 0 off of a grab. And really you just want to parse away what would probably be the most accessible to you and what would be the most rewarding for you to do for the least amount of work. I think optimizing your gameplay and your punish game in particular in that sense is key to victory. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. See how long this was. 33 minutes, beautiful. I will probably do some cutting, but yeah, expect this to go up later today, I guess. See you later.